doing what you are comfortable with doing, not what anyone else is comfortable with. Because like, if you post your own content and you're comfortable with it and you're happy with it, why should someone be unhappy about it? It's really not fair if they only ask me to take down the content, but none of the other students, which I flagged out to them. Like, you're just vibing and having fun. Like, why should people be unhappy about it?
Hey guys, and welcome to yet another episode of the Singaplex After Office Hours podcast. And today we have...
Hi, I'm Ashlynn, also known as Berrybbunny on TikTok.
Okay, and today, Ashlynn, can you share with us what happened in your life recently?
Oh my gosh. Am I allowed to curse?
Yes, you can curse.
Let me think about this to refresh my words, right? Okay, so my school basically told me to take down some of my personal videos on my personal TikTok because I was wearing the school attire in them or something along those lines. They basically said they didn't want to be like associated with me.
Wow, and you mentioned that your parents were called into the equation as well, right?
Yeah, and that was like after I already removed all the videos, right? They were called early in the morning when they were still sleeping. They were called super early in the morning, and then they had to meet like the next day, which is today actually.
Wow.
Yeah, and my parents were texting
recent.
me about it. They were like, they were just kind of, I guess, if not angry, then like a bit like question mark, like
Puzzled.
like like
What
what's
has
the
my daughter
purpose?
done?
What's the purpose that like of them calling my parents in? Yeah, cause my parents do know about like my content creation, photo shoots, everything like that. Yeah.
And so, what did your parents say to you after they found out what happened?
As in like the school asking me to take down.
Yeah, correct.
They didn't really say anything to me, but they were kind of supportive in the sense where they understand like my point of view and also the school's point of view, but they did say as like objectively as possible. It's really not fair if they only ask me to take down the content, but none of the other students, which I flagged out to them. Yeah.
And when you say all these other students, right, what are you referring to?
I'm referring to students from my school, past and present, doing the same kind of content as I am, which is like dance videos or mostly dance videos
on TikTok
with them wearing the school attire. Sometimes even with them like wearing shorts as well, in case like that's what they're concerned about, right? So like the shorts and the school shirt, and posting on their personal TikTok accounts. Yeah.
And all these TikTok accounts, including yours, you all have nothing to do with the school.
I mean,
you all have not done any like school related content, right?
No, it's just like casual dancing videos on TikTok. It's like all these like dancing trends, right? Which is I think a lot of JC students do. Yeah, it's a very big like thing in JC, right? Yeah, there's like a whole hashtag JC Talk.
JC Talk, yeah.
Yeah,
JC
and also
TikTok.
like if you want the specifics like JC also, you can put like example essay talk or like AC talk or like whatever
the subcategory
school.
of that school.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there'll be a whole list of people. Maybe some are harder to find than others, but like it's definitely there.
And why do you think the school signal out your account when there are so many?
So my initial thought was maybe my account is like bigger than everyone else's. But then when I was looking through like the other school girls from my school who like posted similar content, some of them received more likes than me. So I was a bit like, maybe not.
Okay.
So when they talked to me, they actually did say that a member of the public.
Member of the public?
Yes. Specifically one member of the public. Maybe there's more, but they said, member of the public. So I'm assuming it's one. A member of the public actually emailed them and complained about my content on TikTok.
Wow, then someone took the time to email the school and then like complain.
Twice, by the way, they were very upset about it.
Wow, okay. And this person has, to the best of your knowledge, nothing to do with the school?
I'm not so sure because they frame it different ways sometimes. Sometimes they say it's a member of the public, sometimes they say it's an alumni, and sometimes they talk about stakeholders. Then I'm like, then like who are we referring to?
Yeah.
You know, I doubt that everyone is emailing about this because they have better things to do, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
And how did the school initially contact you?
The first time I was contacted about my TikTok account, not to remove content or anything, was through my CCA teachers. So my CCA teachers are really nice. They were like kind of saying like, yeah, it's your account. We understand. We don't really care. It's your own personal space to post what you want. Just be careful in case like stranger danger, who tries to like message you.
Cyber stalking.
Yeah. So it was kind of just like a well-being talk. It was nothing about removing any content or anything. Then the second time was after CCA, also by my CCA teachers, but they did mention that they weren't the ones. They didn't really say
like,
they were the ones who like they kept saying like it's your own personal space, so you post whatever content you want, but they say that I think the school leaders or like someone was like unhappy
the management
because of the member of the public.
Wow.
Saying something about reputation of the school or something, and all I'm thinking in my head is what kind of image am I putting out, right? I'm just dancing, doing trends that like thousands, maybe even millions of other girls are doing. And sure, if it's in a school shirt, okay, maybe that's a problem for you, but then like, why are you only talking to me about this and not addressing the whole school? And it's not like it's a new thing where like JC girls are like dancing to TikTok only this year or like because of me or anything, right? Because it's not. It's been going on for years.
Yep, that's true. And you mentioned that prior to TikTok, you actually use this app called Musical.ly.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
So for the uninitiated among us, that have been alive for too long, right? Could you share what Musical.ly is actually about and how it was the precursor to TikTok?
So Musical.ly and TikTok is kind of like the same app to me because like it was just on my phone all the way from Musical.ly, and then like TikTok bought it over, so then like the app on my phone just became TikTok, right? But the content is like quite different. So for Musical.ly, both are like the similar concept where like it's like you're scrolling and then it's like short videos. But now TikTok there's longer videos as well. But there's like all kinds of videos, right? Depending on what you like. Yeah. Like some people have more cats on their feed, some people have like dancing girls on their feed.
Comedy, so on and so forth.
Yeah. So for Musical.ly, it was like mainly, if not always, just one type of content, which is there is very nice music in the background and you are lip syncing to it, making hand actions that relate to the lyrics of the song, and it was quite cringe.
And it was Musical.ly was originally, if I'm not wrong, an American app, and then like ByteDance bought it over.
I think so, yeah.
Okay. And then how did that transition your content creator journey? Or last time, did you not started post on Musical.ly, and do you only start becoming big on TikTok?
So I posted on Musical.ly all the way, and at first my account was public, but then I think as it started getting it started to change into TikTok, and then like people's content also started to change, like for some reason. Then I was like, oh, maybe I should just private my Musical.ly account. This is a bit embarrassing. My Musical.ly account is the same as my old TikTok account, which is still privated now, actually.
TikTok account.
Yes, the TikTok account that is more well-known now and is public is actually not my main account, and I just created it this year.
Wow. And so for someone that has seen such fast growth on TikTok, right, how do you think the space of social media has affected like people studying while they're still in school and they're creating content, and then the tension between the school and the students?
I think generally there isn't much like tensions because most of the schools don't really care. And most of the teachers also don't really care. In fact, some of them are like trying to sympathize with me also from my school. They kind of say like, oh, like, are you okay? And things like that. So I say it's completely fine. But in a situation like that where like I just finished like my first year, then I still have one more year to go before I can graduate, right? It's going to be like that tension for the whole year where it's like, if at any moment I put up any content related to this school, or like if I do something wrong, they probably have something against me already.
They're like waiting.
Yeah, because
they're collecting the cards, right?
Yeah. Right. I feel like they're going a bit way too far here. Yeah.
And what kind of language did the school use to communicate with you? Like, how did they phrase it?
I think my CCA teachers were nice all the way. But I also had a conversation. It was like the third and last conversation that I had with the school teachers. So this time it was the discipline com. So it was a female teacher and a male teacher. And this time it was very kind of like accusatory, but not really. The first, like, I have this ingrained in my mind, right? So one of the first few sentences I think the guy said was, you're aware of what you're, like, what kind of clothes you're wearing in your other TikToks, right? Not even talking about the school attire, like the other videos. In my mind, I'm like, I'm wearing clothes that are socially acceptable to walk out in Singapore with, you know, it's just clothes, man. Like it's like, let's say I'm just wearing a dress, like, is that supposed to be attractive to you, especially as a grown person? Like, you know, it's a bit weird, right? Like, I would say just because I'm posting content that is being sexualized doesn't mean I'm being sexual in the videos itself. It's just people view it as that way, and I don't think that's my fault, right? So that was what I was trying to get across to them as well, but they just kept shutting me down. They kept interrupting everything I was trying to say. I was just, okay, listen, just be a good person for now, because I'm a student of the school after all, right? It's going to affect the entire year after me. So I sat there, listened. Then, like, once they're done, I was like, all right, so can I speak now? Then, like, I continue. I repeat again, this is what I said just now. So, like, basically trying to be very clear with my points, but they kept interrupting me. And when I brought up valid points, like, I'm the only student being asked to take down my account, like my videos, when I've sent you so many already, and this has been a trend that's been ongoing for years. They just pushed down the matter, right? They just said, like, we'll deal with the other students privately. And, like, we're here to focus on your account and like, what you're doing. So, like, sure.
Do you think that your account was singled out because of the high number of views and traction and engagement you're getting?
I mean, that is a possibility, yeah. But also, I guess what they've been framing it as is not because I have a high number of views or likes, because I think that can be easily disputed with just because I have a high number of views doesn't mean what I'm doing is any more wrong or any less wrong than what other people are doing. So they keep framing it in a manner where it's like, oh, it's because this one member of the public is complaining about you. This, like, alumni, or like, what will our stakeholders think, you know?
Our stakeholders?
Yeah.
And who do you think these members of the public and stakeholders are?
I have no idea, man, but if they're really upset about, like, a TikTok that a student is doing, like, that's quite insane, you know? Like, I feel like if you hold an important position, you have other important things to do. That's my opinion. I don't know anything about like the field of like being a stakeholder or
There's
anything,
like global warming, there are like wars going on, but you know what's important is we get people to take down their TikTok.
Yeah, highly important.
Highly important.
Yeah.
And so do you think this is a symptom of how like different generations view and access social media?
No, because apart from like this school perspective, I've talked to a lot of other adults about this as well. So first of all, my parents, they agree it's like completely unfair to me if they're just doing this to me. Then there was also one teacher who said something like, this is how it's like in the corporate world, like no choice, I'm sorry for you, you know. And I was like, this isn't a corporate world, we are in school, we are supposed to be fair, this is a school. And then also one person who I'm so grateful for is Ridwan Asman. He has about 10 times my following, but he's so nice. And when he saw like my Instagram story, that's where I also kind of posted a bit of a rant over there. When he saw my Instagram story, he was like, I got this. And then he pulled out like a bunch of like arguments for me to use, you know. I was like, but what you're doing is art. And like whoever like says that your content is sexual and that's why you need to take it down. It's kind of weird. Yeah, and I was like, exactly what I'm trying to say. I'm glad someone from like maybe not my age, understands.
A
Someone
more
who's older
experienced content creator.
Yeah.
Okay, and when they use the phrase like it's like that in the corporate world, do you think this is because Singaporeans or a certain segment of the working population, they feel that what's on social media could affect their rise bowl, and so they have distilled those fears down and they try to convey the same thing to you?
Yeah, I think definitely. I mean, a lot of people are saying like, oh, be careful what you post, right? Because like digital footprint, your future bosses will see and stuff like that. I think to me personally, it's like, yeah, but what I'm doing in my content is not illegal. It's not wrong. Like in my dancing videos, like I'm just dancing, right? And there's no specific clear rule that said,
students can't dance in their school
I cannot
uniform.
dance in my school uniform. Like that's not a rule. That's why there's no disciplinary action on me yet. But they say if I put up the videos again, there will be, because that means I'm going against an instruction.
And so what has happened to the videos they single out?
Nothing.
Nothing.
They're still up, still doing well, right? Yeah.
Doing well as in other people in the school uniform.
Yeah, they're doing great actually.
They're doing great.
I am.
Wow. So this brings us to the point whereby nowadays social media is seen as an extension of personal expression. And so now it's at conflicts with like the school and the workplace, right? So how do you think the future will pan out for people doing content in their own private time? Because technically now with our handphones, everyone's a content creator. So how do you think this will evolve over time?
Oh wow, that's a very interesting question. Because what you said like just hit me, right? Like everyone with a handphone, as long as you post, you're a content creator technically. And to me it's like, okay, whether you're posting a simple photo on Instagram or like you're making full-on like productions on like YouTube or whatever, that's still content creation, right? So I think the smaller accounts, of course, they won't garner anything. The bigger accounts, right, I think there's a certain way that people view you, or like they look at you with those eyes when like you're slightly bigger and they recognize you. And so far, none of my bosses, I've been through like quite a few like internships and stuff and like maybe like part-time jobs, none of them recognize me from TikTok. Because that generation, those bosses, I guess they don't watch TikTok. If my generation were to become bosses, I think we would kind of understand more also, like, this is just what our generation does for fun, right? So I feel like it won't really impact much, or at least I hope not.
Yeah. So I guess now we are entering a new phase where society considers what you do online and in the real world is kind of linked already.
That's true. Yeah.
Because now what you do online has impacted so-called your school life, right? And in the past, maybe people kept their personal life and their work or school life very separate.
Yeah.
But now with the handphone and the internet, everyone's like, everything is all intertwined together.
I mean, the internet is like such a big thing nowadays, right? And like I think even in like schools and stuff, they warn you about like digital footprint, or online, even content creators, they want you digital footprint. Like, what if your boss sees this and then you get interviewed by them? For me, I did think about it, but like it's not something that crosses my mind often, because what I'm doing isn't illegal, isn't wrong. To me, I'm just having fun, right? My bosses are just gonna see me having fun. That's great. They know I have a life.
True.
Yeah, it doesn't affect my work ethic at all. Yeah.
And then so there's the trend on TikTok, obviously, of people making like burner accounts whereby their face and nobody knows who they are, and then they engage in social media, right? Or they leave a lot of like hate comments, or they argue with people and things like that. Why do you think that has become so extreme now on social media?
Oh my gosh, it's so easy to hide your identity online. And then maybe you're having a bad day or something. I don't do this for the record, but maybe if someone was having a bad day, they really have nowhere else to like vent their frustrations on, then like I guess they just end up doing these kind of things. Or for some people, I guess maybe they find some kind of sick thrill in it.
Yeah. It's
hitting on a
it's free therapy.
Yeah, like cancel culture is insane nowadays.
Correct.
Like it's so fast.
It's so fast.
It hits a lot of people apparently, hoping I don't get to that point, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So speaking of cancel culture and the internet, do you think it's fair for a person to be judged for what they do in their personal time at their job or work, or in this case, in your case, at your school?
I think it completely depends on what kind of job or like what kind of positions you hold, right? So let's say if you are a discipline master or a principal, like everyone in your school is gonna know, and if they all know your account, and then you have some shady things going on in your account, some things that are illegal or like racist, sexist, etc., or you're following questionable accounts, then you know it should be something that is your responsibility if it's like public and your students will know that it's you. Likewise, same for super high positions in other corporate jobs or like anywhere really. You kind of have like that responsibility. I guess even if you're a lower rank, you also have a responsibility to hide anything that's shady. But if you're just having fun, doing things that aren't illegal, aren't weird, aren't making you a bad person, I think it's completely fine. I mean, that can just be kept out of your work life. But if the thing that you're posting can potentially affect your work life, like example, you're a teacher and you follow, a guy teacher, you follow a lot of like, then it's gonna be like, what if the male teacher is saying this about the students, right? It might affect the work. And like, example, racist remarks, sexist remarks, it's gonna have like, you will know that this teacher has like these views, and it's gonna be like projected onto the students. So it's gonna be like, that means like based on what they're posting, I see that their attitude is going to affect their work. But it's not necessarily because they're posting it, but it's more of like they post so I know this is their attitude and their attitude is the problem. Right? Yeah.
So a lot of people say that the internet is reaching this era whereby it's about full transparency. That means who you are in real life and who you are on the internet, they are judged one and the whole. Whereas in the past, it used to be, maybe before the internet, it was like that. This is my work life, and what I do from like 9 to 5 is this, and what I do after work is completely different. So people keep the two boxes very separate. But now everything seems to be merged together.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's also because social media is becoming like such a huge part of our lives now. But for me, I think it's quite sad that like, personal life and work life is gonna get mixed. Not because of myself personally, but I know there's like a few people who like, maybe they're like super nice in person, but based on social media, like maybe they post certain content, like example, they post all their luxury goods only. Cause it's like but they're very nice in person, right? But you're gonna think like, the person is
so materialistic, right? Yeah, they're flexing so hard on the internet.
Or like, it's like the Charles and Keith incident, right?
Yes, that's
oh
true.
My gosh, it's like, we don't really know the context behind these videos, but we are like judging their character based on like one singular video. It's sad.
It's sad,
it's
right?
Really
It's
sad.
Yeah. That's true. So speaking of Five Nights at Freddy, right?
Yeah.
At Freddy's, I saw online the review, like there's this group of like more senior reviewers. They're like, oh, this is not art, this is trash. And then but you see there's a clear disconnect between what the professional critics say and what the audience actually says. And it has done very well in the movie. Why do you think there's such a disconnect there?
I think some people really just don't understand like what kind of things go into content creation. It's not wow, this is a story, this is what I have in mind, and then boop, it appears, right? Even for like simple videos, sorry, I'm just relating to what I know, right? Even like simple TikTok videos, it's like, oh, I need to like take the effort to learn the dance. Then I need to do the dance well, like, well enough to, and then like sometimes there's like 5 of the same dances all in my drafts, and I have to choose which one is the best one.
5 Oh, seriously?
Sometimes more.
Wow.
Same thing for like videos of anything else, like me like playing the piano and stuff. I always have a lot of different drafts, right?
Okay.
Because I need to find the perfect one. But the people who really don't get it and maybe see it on a surface level where it's like, this looks ugly.
Oh, okay.
Or like, this isn't like scary how I know it to be.
Oh, okay.
You know, like people, I guess some people view scary as like, oh my god, it's dark outside, I'm kind of scared. Actually, I am kind of scared. Or like the ghost like creeping above the toilet cubicle.
Correct.
We were having this conversation at my internship, so that's why I'm bringing it up. That's the only thing they view as scary, right?
Ghost creeping above the cubicle?
Yeah, we were having a coffee break and we were talking about the ghost stories.
During your internship?
It was interesting, yeah. I love my internship so much.
And what internship are you engaged in?
I'm interning at GIC.
Okay.
But I'm mainly doing the linguistic
GIC
stuff
is
there
the
because I'm a
government investment corp. Yeah.
So I'm basically just doing like write-ups and stuff because I'm there under a linguistic scholarship.
Oh, okay. You're a linguistic scholar for GIC?
No. Under MOE.
Under MOE.
It's an MOE scholarship.
So you have decided to take up a scholarship at such a young age?
Why not? There's no bond to it.
Oh, there's no bond. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's not like you're bonded and you need to become a teacher when you graduate.
Not yet.
Wow,
but they were trying to psycho us to becoming teachers.
They were trying to psycho.
I think so, yeah. But okay lah, that thought was quite inspiring.
And what was the thing that struck you most about like this scholarship that you decided to take it on, or did they approach you?
It was like we had to apply for it. But okay, first of all, I was taking this subject. You have to take this subject and be in certain schools to even apply for the scholarship. So the subject is called English Language and Linguistics. It's only offered at some JCs, some don't have. It's a very niche subject, right? To take that subject, you need to take a proficiency test first.
Oh.
So once you take and you need to get a certain grade at O-level English. So I think it was an A in O-level English. So I got an A1, then I had to do the proficiency test. I was so stressed about it, but it was fine. Then I got into the subject, then I found out, wow, this is my favorite subject, and the teachers are great, and it's just a really interesting and fascinating subject to me. So then they tell us all about this scholarship, encouraged us to apply, and I was like, sure, why not try, right? Because there's like gonna be like opportunities, and one of the opportunities is this internship. So I was like, why not? See what happens, see where I get to go, and like, yeah. No
see
regrets.
where it takes you, right?
Yeah, no regrets. And also the $1,000 per year.
wait, and also the what, $1,000?
$1,000 per year.
Oh, right, the cash they give you.
Yeah. I mean, okay, this is known on the MOE website already, so.
Okay. So they give you $1,000 and they place you in internships.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, but it takes up like the first 2 weeks of your December holiday lah. So you have to like sacrifice it, like cannot go holiday. I mean, if after that you want to go, sure. But yeah, but no regrets. I would want to extend my internship if I could, but it's only 2 weeks.
Okay, and what have you learned in this internship?
Well, so much actually, because GIC is like a corporate.
Yes.
Corporate world. I love corporate.
It's a real serious corporate organization.
Yeah, I walk in and I feel like I don't belong there. I learned a lot about the different departments that they have, because I knew nothing at first. I was like, whoa, this is an office, and I was like, wow, GIC looks amazing. The views are amazing. Yeah, I mean, probably not every office is like that, but I think the same things will be some general departments. Like the one that I'm interning under is CAID.
What's that?
Corporate Administration and Infrastructure.
Sounds very serious.
Yes. But we always joke around, and the department is so friendly.
Okay.
I think something like finance would be more stress, but I cannot do numbers, so it's okay.
Yeah.
So I stick to my English stuff, and with a very fun department. And they're kind of like the well-being department, so that's like one of their
missions.
It's like the department has like sub
branches.
sub branches, yeah. So it's quite cool lah.
And what is the like mission of this department in GIC?
Well, depends on which team you're in. There's like digital security.
Is there like an overarching thing they need to take care of? for the company?
Workplace wellness. I mean, just wellness in general. I guess that's just the best way I would put it. Wellness. So it's like people wellness, but wellness online as well, and then like wellness in terms of the earth. Sustainability. Wellness in general. That's how the one word I would use to describe the department.
So these departments focus on developing the financial aspects of the society outside of GIC and inside GIC.
Yeah, they also do procurement. So like, I guess that's slightly financial, but it's just like you're making sure you get the best value out of things as a company.
Yeah, that means people file for tender, like vendors, and then they decide which external vendor to use, right? Yeah. Oh, that's some pretty good experience for a JC student.
Yeah, it's like I never knew about all of this before.
And now you know.
And also it's like writing feature stories and writing out different things. It's like, oh, so this is like the kind of like tone, the kind of language they're using in the corporate world, and like how I'm applying language in the corporate world. I think that's really cool.
And what do you think this experience has taught you, or the perspectives that you have learned when you go back to school and you see these contrasting environments?
Well, honestly, everyone, I mean, I guess it's only been like less than 2 weeks because I haven't completed the internship yet. But around there is so nice, and it's like, I'm not sure about any other school. I'm saying this as like a JC, specifically my JC is like, it's kind of really targeted, like, oh, these are the grades you need to get, and then like this is like the things you need to study to get there, and like you're doing this mostly on your own. Throw in like a few group projects with the teacher is nice, right? But there it was like really working with a team, consulting them, and also like your mentors. You are always consulting I was always consulting my mentor.
People work very hard at GIC.
Yeah. I think there's a reason for that also. They are taken care of.
Yeah, they're paid very well. Right.
And also like other wellness things also, their food is good.
Their food is good. Yeah. Like, wow, all the free food.
Their pantry is nice.
Yeah. This company legit. This company.
But I think there's like a reason why they do that also, which is like they want their workers to get their best work done in an environment that's good for them to get it done. And also like quite stressed at their job, like
stressful job.
Big company,
Yeah. Lots of numbers.
But like constantly like working with these people, and also like the way we're applying things. I realize some of the things in school is like not applied at all. I mean, maybe it's because I'm not in the right department or maybe it's because like I'm only focusing on like the language part of things when I'm in the internship. But it's like, man, some things is like I learn in English and also it doesn't appear in here. But let me think of a good example first. Oh, when they go like super specific into like what kind of verb the verb is.
Oh,
or like what kind of like modals there are. It's like, wow. Stress, I don't even remember it, so don't ask. It's very specific in the subject.
Okay. And why do you think they go so deep into the language of English?
I mean, I like it, and also it's like more of like appreciation of it, I guess. You kind of like get to know the roots and where it's from and stuff, and I guess it makes you more precise in the language also if you remember all that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think it's pretty cool, but like when you're rushing to get things done, sometimes you just like whack out things and then like you pray that the word doc like helps you correct the spelling errors, the grammar errors, the punctuation errors.
As a young person, doing your internship and in the future going out to work, right? There's all this talk about, AI is going to replace everyone's job and things like that. What are your thoughts regarding this topic?
I was so afraid as a slightly younger kid because I was like, they are going to take over every single job. Then what am I going to do? How am I going to get money? I like money.
Yeah. we all like money, guys. Get the bag, man. Get the bag.
Yeah. But I feel like there are some things, especially now studying English language, there are some things that we as humans can do that AI will never be able to replicate.
Oh, like
I mean, I know there's like, apparently there's some like AIs or like robots now that can like kind of feel like emotions or something, I think.
Oh, wow.
I don't know how true that is, but I heard from somewhere. Or like I've seen some like robot AI videos and I'm like, oh damn, what's the point of living?
What's the point of living? Yeah.
These AIs are
that they go take over everything.
Right? Yeah. I mean, Honestly, I don't think they will be able to replace it that much or like fully in the aspect of like understanding and like feelings really.
Like human emotion.
And also like sometimes they like, because they're using what's on the internet, right? Sometimes there's like random, not accurate information in there, or like
questionable
there's like
source.
a bunch of different information about the same topic,
okay,
but like example, if I'm working on a project and it's on this one thing, like example, an award called LEAD, right? It's an actual award for sustainability, but there's a lot of different versions. If you ask them like, oh, what's the criteria to get this award at this level, they will give you a list, but then like it may not be the version that you are supposed to refer to. So like unless you go super specific into what you want, they aren't going to exactly know, right?
Correct. And then you need to exercise some judgment on what is the right thing that's being crunched out, right?
Because at least when you are searching it yourself organically, you can go through the process of like looking through everything, then you know, oh, there's actually different versions, then you click on which one you want. But if you're just asking like, oh, this mistake happened to me, but okay, if you're just asking like what's the requirement, then they're just gonna like work out the first thing that they find, right?
Yeah,
or like
that's true.
maybe combine a bunch of responses and like make some fusion criteria for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
And speaking of like AI, art, automation, how do you think the role of a content creator will evolve? Will human uniqueness be more precious and scarce, or do you think everyone's gonna be replaced, even content creators?
Well, what's the point in living? No, I think it's different. I mean, I think I'm funnier than a robot, I hope. If there's any AI around here who
Sorry, you say I'm
understands
funnier
me in
than a
the
robot.
future, right? I would say I'm quite funny. That's like, actually no, robots are quite funny. Can I ask Siri to tell me a joke?
Can.
Oh my god. Hey Siri, tell me a joke.
I know a great joke for dogs about fetching sticks. I wonder if they'll get it.
That's quite lame. So,
Yeah.
I think I have better humor than a robot, at least for now.
Yeah,
like,
correct. At the current point in time, right?
And maybe in the future they'll be funnier than me, but I'll be quite sad. But I think there'll be a long way to go.
Yes. Hopefully we'll all still have our jobs and not go out of place.
Let me know,
And that's what they say about AI. Now actually, AI, they say your digital god is actually an Excel spreadsheet with numbers. A very big one, of course. Yeah, right.
I mean, okay, for TikTok Shop, something that I'm on, right? When you are choosing what products you want to promote as like a creator, there's actually one button that says auto-generated AI video. I've never tried it before. I don't know how it works. But I'm like, interesting.
Wow.
Like, so is it like they make a different video for everyone? Like, do I need to do anything? I've never tried it before. Maybe I will, because it's interesting.
Yes.
But I never
You need to make a
click the
video
button.
about that.
Yeah.
Like, wow. Auto-generated video for TikTok Shop to help creators make the video faster.
Yeah, I guess. Because like, you don't need to wait for the product to like reach your doorstep. You don't need to like, I'm not sure whether you have to buy the product, but like, yeah.
So speaking of TikTok Shop and this whole like mobile shopping trend, right? Why do you think it's so engaging, right? Because it like hooks you and then it draws you in and then you end up buying a $5 handphone charger that you don't really use.
I am the perfect person for you to ask about this, because I actually just spent $150 on skincare yesterday. I'm sorry. on
Not
on TikTok Shop, on Shopee.
On Shopee, because as a result of some content you saw.
Somewhat, yeah.
Okay.
It actually sparked off with like an event that they were having at like the GIC building, which is Capital Tower, right? It was like a skincare like showcase.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, interesting. But like what pushed me to buy was, I've seen this product on TikTok before.
Wow.
I've seen people say this is amazing.
And so now you see it in real life.
Yeah. I never tried it. I haven't come yet. I'll let you know.
Okay, wow. So our digital life is blurring into a whole now.
Yeah.
And then there's no escaping buying the item.
I mean, we've all seen the Nim's Choco Tart or something.
Sorry, the what?
The Nim's Choco Tart.
The chocolate, is it?
What is it?
A tub of cereal with like melted chocolate.
Oh, it's the video, right?
Yeah, and a lot of videos will show like
So many. I but I don't like it. He likes it, but I don't like it.
I
hate
saw it, right? I had to buy it. I knew I saw it. I was like, I need to try. And my friend had some, so I went all the way to her house to get it.
Wow. Wow, just to try the thing. So
For me, it's too sweet lah.
Yeah, so it really changes people's behavior. TikTok shop and
You go to
mobile
great
shopping.
lengths.
You go to
Actually,
great lengths.
But the only reason why I know that it's too sweet for me is because I bought it.
Oh, so they already have your money.
Yeah. In fact, I bought quite a few. I want to try different flavors.
Wow, and this is pretty interesting because not too long ago, there was we live in a time where people say that no one's ever gonna buy anything from the internet. Can you believe that?
That's insane.
Yeah. That's
Buy everything from the
yeah.
internet, man. Even groceries now you can buy on the internet. I always say in my Chinese, my Chinese oral.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know, it's like intergenerational gap or something. So I talk about
okay.
shopping at like buying groceries. Yes.
And then they'll get it.
Yeah, I was like, nowadays we buy things, everything is online.
You can choose. You have wider
Yeah.
selection and everything.
Yeah.
Like that, right? And so speaking of creator as well as a consumer, right? So you've been on both sides. You understand both sides of
I'm
the
still
equation.
on both sides.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you think this is shaping like consumerism in the way whereby people are buying things based off content?
I think nowadays actually this type of content will make people buy things more because it's more, first of all, it's engaging, right? Because usually they like start off with something engaging. And one of my product videos, I started off with like me like kind of screaming, and like a lot of product videos I just emulated other people's like product their TikTok shop
Their opening
content, yeah. And it's a human. You can see it's like most of them are framed as like an actual review, right? Like even if the product is shit, maybe they will say that like it's nice. I don't know. For me, I got the new chocolate, but I never promote it because I don't like.
Don't like, right?
Yeah. I don't even know what to say about this. It's just very sweet to me.
Okay.
Yeah. And I think it's more personalized. Like there's a certain like target audience usually. So like we go into the depth of like understanding like, I am a teenage girl, you are a teenage girl, we relate. So like maybe you want this product because like, I have this product and I say it's good, you know. Compared to like an advertisement with just like words and the product there, it's gonna be like, okay, that's cool, you claim all this, but like who is like, you know, is there any review saying this is good? Even if it's a review, if it's just typed out, everyone can type it out, right? Maybe it's fake, right? So there's also like different content on like TikTok. There's like advertisements that are like kind of like fake. Right? So must watch out. So when it's like someone that you know from an account that's like their own, right? You kind of trust it more. At least for me, like that's what I think. I buy a lot of products from like people that I watch on TikTok.
That you follow.
That I follow, yeah.
So do you think now in this era of social media, it's all about social proofing the product? That means being recommended a product or a service from a trusted source?
I think that is one of the best ways to engage someone with your goods or service right now. Because like social media is such a big part of their lives. I mean, if you put an advertisement on like a bus or something, not that there's anything wrong with that, and I still look at the advertisements on buses. It's like by the way kind of thing. It's like if you're looking at the advertisement on the bus, sometimes you're like falling asleep already. That's why you're not looking at your phone. Most of the time, even if you're on the bus, you're gonna be looking at your phone. So the best way is to promote the item on the phone.
So we are already in the metaverse.
Yeah, on somewhere that like, you know, people will usually be at. And like somewhere they are maybe forced to watch your advertisement or engage with it. Yeah. Like sometimes they'll be curious, they'll just like scroll through the comments a bit and be like, what? Yeah.
Are all these reviews real?
Right. So it's, I guess, best place because it's somewhere people already will be at, and also it's people that they will most likely know through like, you know, social media. Yeah, I think it's just great.
So do you think as a content creator yourself, there's a bit of a intangible burden on creators to be more discerning about what products they promote?
I guess yes, cause like, well, if I get a shitty product
Yeah.
and then I promote it, right? First of all, I don't even know what I'm gonna say to promote the product, cause I'm the type of person I speak. It's just my feelings straight up, or like when I'm writing or scripting, it's all just my feelings straight up, and what I actually feel and believe. I cannot like sell the product to people if I don't.
If you don't believe in it.
Yeah. But I guess for people who are very good at lying, master manipulators, even if you manage to like get it through and sell it to the audience,
There'll be
they're not gonna
backlash.
trust you anymore because the product's gonna be horrible. And be like, but then you said such good things, but then it's not true. They're not gonna trust that. Then they're not gonna buy products in the future.
It will affect your so-called your online reputation.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And so speaking of online reputation, do you think we are really in the era of people trying to build genuine trust over the internet?
I guess, yeah. I mean,
like people need to trust whatever they are being recommended in order for them to continue consuming that product or service.
I'm saying this as a consumer, not as a creator. I would say yes. Actually, as a creator also, yes. That's why the content that I make to promote things, I'll try to make it as relatable as possible to some kind of audience. So, example, if I'm promoting a cup, first of all, I have to believe it's a good cup and I test it myself. And then like I put it in a style of a vlog. So it's like, oh, come with me to like chingay practice, like dance practice, with my cup because like
as a mug or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's like
okay. Like tumbler.
Thermal,
Thermal
so
mug,
can keep it cool or warm. And I love ice water.
Yeah.
So and I need ice water, especially after exercise, dance, or this
ice water. Yeah.
People say drink warm water. I cannot.
Yeah. That's everybody. Most people. Yeah. Everyone needs that dose of fresh water.
Yeah. And another worry I have is like, example, if like there's a sweet drink inside like green tea. I love bringing green tea. I scared ends will go inside. And usually most cups, like those type of like coffee cup shape, right? The hole is there, then ends can just pour in, right?
Correct.
So I realized there was a lid on it, like, and I was like, so you can cover it, no bugs, no dust can come inside. And I was like, wow, this is great. I love this product. So like that's what I was like yapping about in my video.
Okay, so you have become a true believer of the product, and it actually the audience can feel it because it's really genuine.
I mean, this type of products, like, usually, if not so far, they don't tell me any like pointers to say in my videos.
Oh, okay.
It's just like, we're gonna send you this product. You make a video for us.
And they trust you to create
and then
the content.
Yeah, usually I just have like my own creative direction with it, which is great.
That's great.
Yeah. So
do you think like people that are creating brands should trust the creators they work with more instead of micromanaging the process?
Yeah, because if you micromanage it, right, it gets too fake. Like you can give a few pointers here and there, especially if you're a very like official company, right?
Yeah.
Maybe you like want the tone to be a certain way.
This is the brand guidelines.
Like yeah, like don't use specific words, like don't curse. And, like,
our
stuff
logo
like
must
that,
be seen at 45 degrees.
Yes, the background cannot be messy. My background is usually messy. But yeah, like those general guidelines, okay, yeah, sure. But if you're gonna be like, I believe they're not like the director of the video. That like when they're reaching out to me, it's usually like they're sending me the product, and then I'm the director of my own video. So I usually get creative direction. I also list it in my rate card that I get creative direction over TikToks if they pay me to do the TikToks to promote their thing. So when they say like specific things, like example, I have no examples because like no one has been bad to me so far. But example like, oh, you have to like walk in first and then like talk about this point. This is why like this thing is so great. Blah 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 blah. You have to list out all those points, and then you can just walk out of frame, or like you can like pretend to take a sip or like something like that, right? It's like that takes all the fun out of it, and it makes it so fake because it's just yapping. Yeah. So that's my own opinion.
So, how do you feel the future of marketing is going as a consumer and both a creator?
Oh my god, I love marketing. I think digital marketing is like kind of the most prominent, not most, but like, yeah, one of the most prominent now. And I think it's like most important, at least in my point of view, the most important now, because that's where, especially if like your target audience is like, you know, my age range, like teenagers or like maybe like adults. If it's like the elderly or like young kids, then maybe you don't need the advertisement to be online unless like you want the target audience of your advertisement to be like the parents. But like for like this huge age range of like teenagers to adults, it's like such a great platform, you know. And I feel like as marketing evolve, our digital devices will also evolve. So like maybe someone with like an iPhone 30 in the future, like a young kid, maybe they will also like develop to become like super smart and be like, "Mommy, I want this like $15,000 iPhone." Yeah. So I think everything is going to develop all at the same time. But I think digital things now, they're developing the fastest.
Yes.
I cannot keep up with the iPhones anymore. I watched like I think like 3 whole videos on like
The tutorial.
the difference between like iPhone 15 and iPhone whatever before I like convinced myself to get an iPhone 15. But I love the iPhone 15 because of the color. That's the only reason I got it. But I'm like, oh, but it has so many features. Then I watched the tutorials how to use. It's an experience, man.
So,
I love it.
so having gone through this whole process of self-learning, would you say that actually the statement that if you're old or you're young, old people won't get technology and only young people get technology, do you think now this statement is seen as false? Because being a young person yourself, you also need to go through the ropes of learning the new devices.
I think my generation is the one that's like kind of well known for being the most like tech savvy, right? With no idea what I'm doing. When I entered my internship, right, that's like one of the first few times I'm actually using a laptop for like work related stuff.
And you were mentioning earlier on something with keys.
Yeah.
Instead of a touch screen.
It was so confusing, you know. It's like there's nothing to like, even like not even just work stuff, right? It's like playing games. Like example, I play Among Us on computer.
Yeah, Among Us.
I'm used to it on like phone. iPad also can.
Yeah.
I play on computer, right? It was like, why is it like I have to move my mouse all the way there to like click on the use button? Then after that, like oh wait, I can press E. But then it's like weird. Then like my fingers have to like, you know, figure out what it's doing on its own instead of like being able to see my fingers and see what I'm doing.
I see.
So
the user dynamics have is very different.
But you know, I've never had my own laptop.
Really?
Yeah. So
you've
maybe
never
it's a me thing. Maybe it's not a generation thing. Don't stereotype, right?
Okay. But I think that's quite true because I speak to an increasing range of like people that freelance for our company. They also do not have laptops.
Oh.
Yeah. They say so what am I going to use, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
They actually ask for a spare phone.
Oh.
Yeah, really a spare because their own phone is not fast enough or something, or it's run out of memory, you know. Like their own phone is only like
memory space,
it might be the latest iPhone, but it's only 125 gig or something like that. Then they say, oh, Jonathan, I'm out of space now. I can't delete pictures of my dog and my family, right? So they say, so Jonathan, if you want me to keep working for you, I need another separate phone, which I think makes sense.
I think it's good to have a few corporate devices. Yeah, iPad or something. What is that? So it's scary.
It's the light sensor, so it's the sustainability thing.
Okay, that makes sense.
So speaking of like work dynamics, culture, being a young person, right? What do you have to say to people that say that like Gen Z doesn't understand how to work, or there's a lot of like tension and criticism always on the internet whereby the generational clash in terms of workplace culture and what people value in their lives, right? Like maybe some more senior people, they came from an era whereby it's like go hardcore, burn your
Yeah,
life for the
yeah,
company,
yeah.
right? No life,
Climb the whole mountain for the company.
And then
so
once
like,
you're at the
yeah.
top of the Everest, you are successful, right? And
Yeah, then it's fine. Whatever happens after that, even if you perish.
and so there's clearly been a shift in values. And some people say this shift in values is because the young people feel entitled. So what do you have to say to this kind of statement?
So like we know that like there's a certain limit to what you can expect us to do. I think these boundaries are like made clearer nowadays.
The boundaries are
like,
clearer.
Yeah, because we can talk about it on a global space, which is the internet, right? So we kind of know like even if like the older generation would just like keep quiet, it's my job, it's fine. I'll just like go about my day. Now we feel like we have a platform where we can say something. So it's not like
you have a voice.
Bad thing that we are entitled to something, right?
It seems like it's not so much to do with entitlement rather than the form of expression is actually readily available, right?
That's what I would think. Because in the past, you say a bit, you complain your boss or fire lor. You talk to your friend about it, what can your friend do?
This is the end. Look at the NDA you signed.
But nowadays, you talk about things, right? If it's really something serious, right?
And resonates with people.
Yeah, like, oh, I'm working like 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
For $1.
I haven't seen the light of the day in like 7 years. Then like, people are gonna obviously be angry about it. Then like, they have to do something to correct that. The company has to do something to like, fix it. So maybe it's more of a boundaries thing compared to like, I'm entitled to this kind of thing. Yeah. I think the boundaries were always there. If someone did something wrong to you, you will own self know like, this is something wrong.
A line has been crossed.
Yeah, but nowadays when a line has been crossed, you can say something about it. You can really have a voice compared to in the past. Maybe you talk about it with your friends. Like
cry alone at home.
Suffer maybe and like
suffer in
like
silence.
Your friends, sympathize with you, then like no action will be done.
Oh yeah.
Now if you like talk about something that is really like relating to everyone else and like they understand your point of view and they think also like maybe it's wrong, then like maybe something can be done about it. I mean nothing was done in my case, but like I had cases where some of like the people who like viewed that video who followed me, they actually reached out to me. They said that they emailed my school for me, telling them to like appeal their decision for me to like take down my videos because I work hard to make the videos. And I'm like, I'm really grateful for that because it's like, wow, I didn't know I had this like support system. I thought you were just like watching me dance.
So the internet, there's a lot of pros as long as people keep an open mind, right?
Yeah. Definitely hate comments also.
Comments
I just delete or like block, move on. It's fine. Don't need that in my life.
No time.
Yeah.
So speaking of work, school, personal life boundaries, right? So what drives you to put so much effort into your content as well as your internships and your freelance work for brands, right? On top of your schoolwork, because people always associate JC time as the most stressful time in a person's life.
It's very stressful. I would say school for me is get through with it. Get it over and done with for my parents' sake.
For your parents' sake?
Yeah, because if I'm being honest, right?
Mom and Dad, do you hear that?
yeah. If I'm being honest, right? I don't know what's going on. It's not really a fun experience, honestly, for me.
It's not really a fun experience.
Maybe some friends are nice and all, but like
it's just about the grades.
Yeah, it's very grades focused.
It's number driven.
Yeah, maybe also all the classes are very tiring.
Okay, and then now you're questioning where are these like doing well for these metrics in school leading up to?
I just know like to get a job at like a very big corporate, usually to get your first big job you need like
good grades.
A uni certification.
Yes.
Minimum A levels.
Insurance.
So I need to just like get my A levels done. If I go uni after that, we'll see how.
You see how?
I try for my parents' sake.
For my parents' sake.
Not for my own sake, for my parents' sake. I prefer workplace experiences now, which is why I'm doing like this type of like freelance work and stuff also. Because I prefer gaining the experience.
The real experience.
Yeah.
Right.
Because it's like these are actually things that I can apply. Like I've done 2 retail jobs. I'm still in a retail job now. but there are definitely skills that are transferable. Like you can only learn through experiences. These are
Of being on the
things,
ground there.
Yeah. These are things you won't learn in school, but it's things that you can apply for like maybe a few jobs in the future.
And right now there's this whole talk about, Singapore needing to, or even other developed countries needing to so-called upskill their workers and then moving up the value chain and things like that, right? So other than all this nice talk, right, having been someone who has found your passion in like real experiences you learn from your jobs, what do you think about this whole
I love that you
debate?
say passion because passion is actually one of my school values. I brought that up in my meeting with the teachers also. They just shut me down immediately. They didn't even let me finish my sentence.
They say, we feel your passion is negatively affecting.
Your passion is... no, I don't think so. I'm not allowing this passion, Yeah. When I said passion, I didn't mean that kind of passion.
Alright.
So, what was the question?
Oh, so the question is like, there's all these with AI, with like the changing world, there's this worry that people aren't being equipped well for the working life, right? Yeah, because there's if you read internet comments on anywhere, YouTube, TikTok, the common thread is like the youth of today, they are not being taught useful skills.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I think experience is definitely like the most important thing. And what we learn in school is like sometimes you don't know how to apply, but it's like good for like let's say primary school kid, like good for like the development
structure.
Yeah. Some things maybe is legit good to know. Some things I will never understand.
Why
and I will never understand why we are learning it. I also never understand what we're learning.
Do you think we are moving towards although it seems hard in the education system, we're moving towards a trend of like people craving applicable knowledge instead of just jumping through the hula hoops of education?
Definitely. I mean, there was this article on Straits Times. I'm still a nerd who reads Straits Times because I love GP. But there was this article that was like, the title was something along the lines of like, real life experiences may be more valuable than like a paper certificate in future like work. And I was like, yeah, I hope so. Because I feel like real life experience is like quite important, right? And also actually doing the real life experience, like poly students, they get like quite a few bits more of like real life experience compared to JC students. I've talked to a lot of adults who went through uni who said that the poly students are like far more mature. Like they have this different level of thinking. They like kind of understand more, and also like they know how to apply more. So, like example, you know all the formulas in JC, you learn about it. But in poly, even if you don't know the fixed formula, you know how to apply whatever that is, to the thing, which I think is more valuable than just knowing the formula and not knowing how to apply it.
So you feel that we are moving towards true application of useful knowledge versus regurgitation and memorization, right?
Yeah, like for my O-levels, honestly I memorized and regurgitated. I barely remember any of it. Yeah, I don't think it's useful like focusing like just on grades and formulas and stuff, because I'm just gonna memorize it and I'm gonna move on after that. I'm not gonna
now ChatGPT will fill in the blanks for us. So memorizing won't be very useful. Yeah. So having found your passion so early on in life, which few people do, how do you think this is gonna shape and having been through this controversy in your school, as well as balancing what you've learned from like working in GIC and your internship, right? How do you think this is shaping your worldview regarding life and work?
Life and work. Wow, tough question. I think initially I kind of view life as life, and then like work as work. Work can be like stressful, something you hate. You just deal with it for the money, right? Then you go back to living your life after work ends, or like on the weekends, But after finding something that I'm passionate in, something that I can capitalize on,
yes,
and also like my internship, I guess, it's like sometimes work is life, and not in a like bad like oh work is life kind of way, but I'm doing what I like, so this is my life. At the same time, it's also my work, and I think that's something
That's actually great, right?
that's like advice that I get from a lot of Grab drivers from my many Grab trips, right? All the
Really?
riders always
Yeah.
like all the drivers always tell me, for work you should do what you're passionate in.
Really? That means all the
Yeah.
like senior drivers or whoever that's
Yeah,
driving,
yeah.
and that's the lesson they've
Great, I
learned.
love Grab drivers.
Because all the knowledge of experience, right?
Yeah, because most of them is like they retire already. They're just doing this like
Yeah,
to like waste the time
extra
away.
pocket money. Right.
Yeah, extra pocket money. They're so wise. I'm like, yeah, right.
Yeah, right.
So I found my passion and then managed to capitalize on it. It's great.
And what are some of the anecdotes, if you can share, about like your conversation with Grab drivers and that have benefited you?
Most of them say the same thing. Do what you love. You do what you love, then like you won't die so early.
You won't die so early.
Like, you won't be so stressed. You won't be so like,
you won't die so
sad.
early.
Yeah.
You won't be so stressed and so sad, right?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
And some of it, they say it because they've been through that
Oh
lah.
wow. Okay. They've done stuff they
Yeah,
hate
yeah.
and
And they're like,
like,
oh, that sucks. Like, so you should
That sucks.
advise every single rider that comes in, don't do something you don't like. And some riders they say because like they had positive experiences, so you really get both like sides of it. They share like their entire life story with me, how many kids they have, what their kids are doing. It's quite nice though. It's quite refreshing.
Wow.
To see like their point of view. Yeah, so it's the same thing. Either that or like I'm asleep.
Yeah.
Okay, sometimes they also say like they do. I think we had a conversation about online posting as well.
Yeah.
So it's like be careful what you post online, but you don't have to focus so much on it. That was what one uncle said to me.
Okay.
Great uncle. Cause I think the starting point was something like he keeps getting like Instagram notifications. Then like it was very noisy. Then he wanted to silence it. Then so I helped him silence his phone because he didn't know the iPhone had the button
the option.
Yeah, so I showed him before we started moving off and driving. Then I was like, wow, uncle, you use Instagram? Then he was like, oh yeah, keep myself connected to the world, and also like I use it to share what I love. Then I was like, oh wow, that's
good.
Great,
Yeah.
Right? Because sometimes when people post content nowadays, it's like for a specific purpose, to earn money, to like gain fame. And one thing I really got from that was just post what you love, and like if people like it, then that's good. If people don't like it, it's fine, because like you're doing what you love anyway. So that's something I really live off of now.
Wow.
So regardless of how many like hate comments or like fans I get, it's like it's great if I get followers. It's really something I'm grateful for, because like it makes me feel like I have more of an impact in the world. But if I get hate comments, like it's fine, because I'm doing what I love anyways. I'm happy. So
you know what your values are.
Why are you unhappy about what I'm doing? I'm happy. That's fine.
Yeah.
Then like, deleted blog.
So would you say that the advice for anyone, whether they are a content creator or not, or just a member of the audience, is to really devote time to finding out what they are interested in life?
Just live your life. Be happy. If you find what you love at an early age, great. You can continue doing it and hope that you love it for the rest of your life. And if you haven't found it out yet, it's fine. You just take your time with it, right? In terms of like that, I also must warn, like, you do have to be careful with like what you post. There are a lot of like traps online nowadays, right? So I think as a kid, this is like more of a sensitive side. As a kid, like some of the vlogs in Sentosa were like me telling them like I'm going swimming now, even though it's just an innocent statement, I'm going swimming now. It's like a kid, and then like going swimming, then they just start picturing, even when I don't show any clips of it, right?
Right.
Yeah. So it's like if this is the kind of like thing that you're okay with handling, and like you have the mental maturity to handle it and not like cry yourself to sleep.
Yeah.
Then like, yeah, you can try it out. You can go for it. But if you really consider all these aspects, you have to like really know there's like gonna be pros and cons to it, like hate comments and stuff as well. and like people maybe sexualizing your content, especially if you're a girl, whatever age you are, whatever you're doing, they just sexualize it, right? So you have to really consider whether you are okay with handling this. And if you're not, then it's better not to. That's why I removed my YouTube videos.
Okay,
yeah. Because at that age, I was like, I don't have the maturity to handle this, and I don't want to handle this.
And did you come to a conclusion yourself, or did you get advice from someone more senior or your parents? Or from something you saw on the internet that educated you to have this mindset?
Someone sent me a dick pic.
Wow, and then you just...
I was like, no, I'm not doing this.
Yeah.
Like, this is not gonna be like...
intense.
Yeah, I was like, in primary school at that time, right? So I was like, no. Then I removed that. I was like, I'm just gonna delete this off the face of the world. And then like, delete, block. Same thing I do now, delete, block. You know, pretend it doesn't exist. But at that time, it was like, it took a while for me to process like, ew,
what's this?
Like what are they doing?
Yeah.
Right?
Why is the sender getting out of this?
Yeah,
you know?
like I was like, what's the point? Like what? I'm like a kid literally, right? And now I guess I'm technically still a kid somewhat. But I think I have like the mental maturity to know how to deal with like these kind of situations and also identify the reason behind it. And you know, at that time, at that age, maybe I was thinking like, wow, it's my fault because I posted that video, right? But now it's like, I know it's not my fault because I didn't post anything that would make them think that way. They're just thinking that way because they're weird. Yeah.
So I guess all your experiences have, you know, grounded you to know what you truly value in life. And
I always enjoyed content creation, even as a kid. Right? It was so fun. But like I definitely had to take a long break to like pause for a while and like get myself back up to like be able to handle everything. Once I thought I was ready, I just like decided to publicize my accounts again. And yeah.
And what are some interactions with your followers or your community that has hopefully restored your faith in humanity after being through all these weird experience as well as the controversy with your school?
I mean, first of all, it was like just now I said people actually mentioned that they emailed my school like asking them to appeal the case for me. And I thought, wow, this is so genuine and raw and sweet and like you didn't have to, right? It's like I thought I was in the battle alone against my school, but then there was also comments like us against the school principal, us against the school, and it's like, wow, I'm really not alone in this. Yeah. Then there's also a few people who have like really impacted me. Ridwan Asman is like one person. Like he's a really key component to why I like continued working harder for my content. One thing he said was that he had I had potential. And I was like,
happy.
Like I watched this guy as a kid, man, on YouTube. And
wow,
like,
you watched it as a kid?
Yeah. So very happy.
Very happy.
And also it wasn't like he really viewed me as like someone who like not someone who knew what I was doing because he knew that I knew nothing. He still advises me on a lot of stuff, but it's more of he knows that I'm serious about this and he treats me as someone, even though I'm still in a JC, I'm not doing this as a professional job. He still treats me as like someone who like, you know, is a content creator because I am a content creator. Then also there's a few like specific people who like really stood by my side and supported me like all this while through everything from the start. For example, my boyfriend, like once the school started like coming at me, and then like Ridwan actually advised me like a few things that I could do to like see whether the school will take action against other people instead of being unfair to me, is to have like a bunch of links of other same school people doing like the same thing. He sourced out all the links. He sent them all to me. I just forward. I didn't even check, I just forward to my teacher. So he has my drafts that I don't even post on TikTok.
Some of them, yeah.
Yeah. And also like my best friend Zitong, all these people been there with me since day one. Since I had like 100 followers, they're already like so supportive and like they stood by me all the way. Like through like the school and everything. It was really all the way. Even if like they thought they could get in trouble and stuff, they were just always there for me. So it was like, oh my god, I'm gonna cry.
So being someone that has spent so much time online as a content creator and also interacted with people online and offline, both the haters, the supporters, the friends and family, will you say that in our society now, with all the digital stuff we consume, right, what matters is still the human connections we have?
Yeah, I mean, social media to me is like a place where you connect with other people. It's not a completely separate thing from like life. Yeah. It's not like, okay, I'm on my phone now, no one disturb me. Because like social media, social.
Yes, the word social in it.
So, but it's even more great when like, sorry, I'm just thinking of Among Us right now because we can chat Among Us and like we can communicate with other people.
Yes.
But in my head, it's like communicate with other people in Among Us when we are discussing who is the imposter. But in other ways as well. And like some people, even if they think that I won't see their messages, like their message requests, because you have to request before you can like, we can have like a conversation. Some people maybe like they will start off the message with like, you probably won't see this, but I'm really like by your side and I hope that you're okay stuff. And like I cannot reply to all the message requests, and also I have to like safeguard myself because sometimes it's like, oh, that's really sweet. Then like as it continues, like they want to get to know you and stuff, and it's like, oh no, I'm uncomfortable. And they're like, please, one chance.
Yeah. Please, one chance.
I'm like, I'm sorry, no.
Oh, please.
Anywhere, Telegram, Instagram, WhatsApp. I'm like, no, cannot. No.
So do they use their burner account to do this?
Maybe, I don't know, man.
Please, one chance.
Wow. Sorry, I don't even know your name.
Yeah. Oh dear. Please, one chance.
Yeah.
This is not the One Piece, this is the one chance.
One chance.
This is the one chance.
Yeah.
Right?
It's wow. But yeah, but those message requests, before it gets to the one chance part.
Before it gets to the one chance.
Very, very sweet. Yeah.
So it's people will reveal who they truly are as time goes by.
Yeah.
As time goes by.
Yeah.
The one chance. So this is a new term, guys, on the Singaplex After Office Hours podcast. For all the thirsty people out there, there's this thing called the being sweet until you reach the point called the one chance. This is not the One Piece. This is the one chance. Right?
The desperate comes.
Yeah.
Like, oh no, why are you saying no? Please. Like I picture this in real life as them like getting on their hands and their knees begging. Please, one chance.
One chance. You're just like, I'm just doing content, man. Please,
what about the other 26k people? If I gave them all one chance, oh my god, that's insane. I would have to talk to 26k people.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like, even if it's just like, please, it's just as friends. And like, you already know, like...
You must bring out the boyfriend, right?
Like, you already know it's not gonna be like just friends. Like, you're gonna like start like, like, oh, but you're so pretty. Like, oh, okay. But we're just friends, right? Yeah. Or like, sometimes I direct them to like, other people I know.
She wants to.
Okay, thanks. I'm pretty, but by the way, do you know, right? My friend is also very pretty. I give you her Instagram.
Yeah. She is 10 times more sociable.
Yeah. She actually wants to talk to you to get your money.
Yeah. She wants to talk to you to get your money.
Yeah.
That's OnlyFans. Right. The word that should not be spoken in schools, but it's actually everywhere, right?
Yeah. Isn't it illegal or something?
It's as long as they're not straight up doing like porn, it's a gray area.
So if it's just like a picture of them like nude, but like they're not doing anything, it's just a picture of them nude, it's fine.
I guess because we spoke to a few content creators, it's also like if you're not actively spreading your content for the public to see. Yeah, because it's all gated, right?
Oh, so you just keep it on on OnlyFans and only OnlyFans.
Yeah, and
Wow,
because we
really
also
OnlyFans.
interviewed Titus Low also before.
Oh.
Yeah, so I guess for him, it was his content got leaked out to Telegram,
Oh.
and a lot of people saw it, and then someone's mother said they found his content on their phone.
Oh, I feel quite bad for him actually.
yeah. Shout out to
Yeah.
Titus.
Shout out to Titus.
Yeah.
He's so real for doing what he do.
Yeah.
Like what he does. Cause like you really need a lot of confidence and courage. And like wow, imagine knowing like your friend's mother has seen your naked body.
It's a bit intense.
I feel very bad because I cannot picture myself in that situation. Yeah. If I picture myself in that situation, it's just me like curling up in a little ball, like never seeing the face of the earth again. So like I have no idea how he handles it. It's really amazing.
And so do you think ultimately in life what matters is your own personal values offline and as well as taking time to find your passion, what you're interested in to explore in life, right?
Yeah. Just doing what you are comfortable with doing, not what anyone else is comfortable with. Because like if you post your own content and you're comfortable with it and you're happy with it, why should someone be unhappy about it? Unless it's like something like illegal or like socially, morally wrong.
Or killing some people.
Animal abuse. Oh yeah, I just thought about the cat in the blender thing. It's so sad. Have you heard of it?
No, what cat in the?
Cat in the blender. Have you heard of it?
Yeah.
Cat in the blender.
Yeah, one, like blended a cat and like
What?
Someone ate like a hamster whole. Like this guy with blue hair just ate a hamster like raw.
Oh, because he wants the views.
Guy with blue hair, specifically.
He's trying to like.
Yeah, I know it was so memorable because like it's just,
The blue angry bird.
it's just this blue hair guy and he just put like hamster in his mouth. It's so disgusting.
And he posted on which
I
platform?
don't know. I just saw it like online.
And then there's a cat in the blender.
Yeah, it's like a whole thing. They do it a lot too. I think stray cats. It's not in Singapore.
Which country?
I
is
think
this?
it's from China, but I'm not too sure.
Whoa, cat in the blender. That's
Yes.
twisted, man.
I was so sad.
Yeah.
I
As a cat lover myself,
I have two cats.
I have a very nice cat.
I have two cats.
This is the time I unveil my I show my stay-at-home retired cat to the internet, right? Oh
The
damn!
Persian.
The camera pick up the cat,
Can
and this is my cat.
I have one more white one also. It's an American curl.
Oh,
But yours
so
very
nice.
fluffy.
Cat review video
We
right
had
here
to-
on the
we had to-
Singaplex After Office Hours podcast.
Yeah, we had to pause
Yeah.
the podcast to do
Yeah.
cat sharing.
Cat
yeah.
sharing, yeah.
Yeah, but wow, that really destroyed me, man.
Wow,
so like,
wow.
yeah, that
That's
is the type
dark.
of content
Yeah.
that's like even if you're happy with it, no one else is happy. Please don't,
Yeah.
please don't do that kind of thing, and please don't post that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But like, if it's something legal, safe, fun, whatever, like you're just vibing and having fun, like why should people be unhappy about it? Post what you like. Yeah.
And now having grown up through the development stage of social media and having it so interconnected with your life, right? Do you think this has shaped like your mental development, as in you've seen so much of the world in such a short time compared to your ancestors or even your parents, right?
Oh, it's quite great. I mean, we are in that digital era where like anything we want to know, Google just
You
few
can find
clicks
it,
away,
right?
man. Even if it's like from all the way across the world, and it's so easy, it's so fast, it's so convenient. If you want to connect with a friend that's like moved across the world for like studies or whatever, or like your sister who like moved to another country to study uni, it's like
yeah. As in whose sister is his sister.
Australia.
So this phrase
He
is once
was
again
supposed
the
okay.
complete the following sentences. So in the future, everyone will be
Happy.
happy.
I hope. Probably not, but I hope lah.
Mobile phones are in need of.
Sorry?
Mobile phones are in need of.
Owners.
And the best friend to survive with in the event of a zombie apocalypse is
The one that don't eat a lot.
the one that don't eat a lot.
And then all the food is yours, ma. I will be that friend, by the way,
okay,
for you.
the boyfriend rolling the eyes.
I have to finish up.
And for Zitong, oh yeah, he always finish my food, that's why.
So sweet.
I'm the best kind of, I'm actually the best kind of person to live with, right? I'm just saying, if anyone wants to like zombie apocalypse with me,
Just cannot.
and I'll probably die first, right? So you can use my meat as like food because
oh no.
yeah, I'll probably like I won't even die because of a zombie. I'll probably like fall down, like get hit by a car or something if there's still cars.
Is there still cars? Like if you're still working.
Yeah.
Yeah, but maybe we'll all be locked in a Tesla car and it'll be overridden by the AI technology and we'll be crossing the lane against our will, right? Get us out of this
Yes.
metal coffin, right?
Break the window.
And then the best weapon to have in a zombie apocalypse is
Knife.
knife.
It's actually not a knife lah. It's probably not a knife, but I just said knife. It's the first weapon that came to my mind.
Wow.
What's the best weapon actually?
Gun.
Gun.
Run out bullets, that's not it.
Oh,
I would say
all bad.
Maybe small bag.
actually for me, right, I wouldn't want to survive a zombie.
You would want to you're like, take me out now, okay.
No, first of all, right,
Bite quick.
it's either I'm gonna slowly die a horrible death, not even die, become a zombie, or I'm gonna watch everyone else become zombies or like whatever. Then it's like constant fear, you know. I might as well like knife or like gun, just
be over.
yeah,
Right,
it's
right,
fine.
right,
like,
right, right, yeah.
if
Mercy
it's
killing,
a-
mercy killing.
Yeah. If it's a knife used unlimited times, right, you can share around the circle.
You can share around the circle.
The last person, okay, last way lah, but it's okay lah.
Yeah. The
Um,
last person, later they change their mind.
Then there's so much food in front of them.
There's so much food.
Yeah, gun, maybe the food will become a bit poisonous.
Mm.
I'm not a cannibal or anything.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
support
yeah,
this.
yeah.
I'm saying,
No, we
Zombie
say no to
apocalypse.
cannibalism.
yeah, I would be the food. I
Yeah,
would not.
until it's absolutely necessary.
Yes. Mm.
And the internet is one big.
Planet.
I
I don't. In my mind was just like the earth.
Yeah.
So,
And
the world lah.
The world.
Planet. Okay.
what Singapore needs is
Cows.
what?
Cows.
Cows. Why?
I don't know. It's the first thing that came to my mind. But do you remember the Yishun cow?
Yes.
Maybe we need more.
Really,
Because it was like kind of the highlight of my day when I found out.
when you
about it.
saw
I
a
was
cow.
like, why is it not near my area? Why is it not in my
Go
school?
and find your school.
Yeah, but cows are quite dirty in real life, depending on like
Oh, yeah.
how they're taken care
That's
of, I
true.
guess. But like when I saw a cow in real life, it had like Snoop coming out and all that. But like in my mind, cows are very cute. Cows are very cute.
The idealized version of a cow.
Yeah. I love romanticizing things.
And finding your passion and living your passion every day is
Fun.
fun.
Yeah, it's the best.
And no one should be judged for living their passion, no matter what
Yeah.
you do. Right.
Sight, right?
As long as you're not killing anyone, of course. Right.
Yeah, or anything, any animals.
Any animals.
Yeah,
Especially cats.
especially cats. We will be very upset.
We really
We will
upset.
collectively mourn together.
Yeah. We will hunt you down. We will
Yes.
find you wherever you are.
Yeah, I've quite good digital skills now, I would
Yes.
say. Watch out.
And she has worked in GIC, so maybe the Interpol will be after you. Maybe she's a secret agent.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah. I don't expose my
Yeah, yeah.
identity. Yeah.
GIC by day, killer by night.
Mm.
Yeah. And so what do you have to say to all your followers, fans, haters, supporters, family, school, the internet?
Thank you to everyone. I don't even if you're a hater, thank you, because I think you really shaped the way my experience has been, and the number of people who are like against you it says a lot about the people who are behind me, and that makes me feel really supported, even if you're hating. To my school, I can't wait to graduate. If I do graduate, if I don't, I just can't wait to get out. I shouldn't say that.
Yeah. And then continue your passion. Right,
But-
yeah.
But facts though, facts. I cannot wait.
Cannot wait, right?
to my school. I mean, passion is one of the values. I think
Passion is one of the values.
we should do a little better. Like, I'm not trying to like be mean.
Yeah,
or
yeah,
anything,
yeah.
but
And then
it's
you're not
it's
like hating on the school or anything.
It's not
right?
hating. It's just a legit opinion,
Mm-hmm.
and it's legit like one of your
Mm.
values. You need to
Live by
stand
it.
stand by what you're saying, what you're promoting to people, and you know, if you're gonna like put this kind of rules, make it clearer in the rule book. Because I read the rules
You read the rule.
extensively before I entered the school. 'Cause,
Wow.
Yeah, like I think I've read it about 10 times already. More than that. Yes. Yeah.
So, don't mess with Ashley,
Yeah. I read it on my stuff.
right? She's read the rule book extensively 10 times.
I tried to search out whether there was any laws protecting my content.
Yeah.
Couldn't find anything because apparently no one has been in my situation before.
Yeah, we are
Tough, man.
we are reaching a new realms in society right now.
Yeah.
So anyway, this has been a really fun conversation, and thank you for being on the Singaplex After Office Hours podcast. Like,
Thank you for
subscribe,
having me.
comment, hate comment, love comment, supportive comment, whatever. We love it all. See you till next time. Bye bye.